vencida.
La industria unida
Jamás será vencida.
La industria unida
Jamás será vencida.
¡Arriba los rótulos! El agua no para nuestra fiesta. Aquí vamos a bailar con agua y con todo.
Gracias.
La lluvia no daña nuestra fiesta. Un saludo, venga para acá. Venga, suba. Aquí no queremos nadie de lejos, queremos que vaya de frente.
Identifíquese también.
De frente queremos.
Vamos a andar ya.
Arrancamos esperando que hablen o seguimos la industria unida. Y después paramos. La industria unida
Jamás será vencida.
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 La industria unida La industria unida
Jamás será vencida.
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 ¡Únase!
Jamás será vencida. Suerte, suerte.
¿Seguimos o paramos?
Por el momento.
Ok.
Thank you everyone for coming. We appreciate you being here. We're here, as you see, enjoying because of the necessity, the state of urgency that we're currently having in the livery industry. We're facing a terrible crisis that needs to be given light, that we need the help. We have gone down 80% of our vehicles in the last 8 years. This cap that was placed in 2018 is strangling our small businesses. Our businesses, our industry, our sector of the industry was created because our communities, we're from the community. We service the people that look like us, act like us. When there was no one else to give them transportation, that's how our industry was created. And now over the last years, we're dwindling on the verge of extinction. And we need help. We're not here protesting, we're actually here pleading. We're looking for help from the Adams administration, from the new TLC Commissioner Doe. And I know they're new to this, but we've been living this for years. The 2018 cap is just constantly strangling our small businesses. We have no way of replacing the drivers that have retired, the drivers that unfortunately due to COVID have passed away. Any and all accusations, we can't grow, we're staying, we're minimizing. We have lost 80% of our vehicles in the last 8 years. Last year, the TLC put out a livery task force report that stated that the livery sector needs more vehicles. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the livery sector to have more vehicles. We're here pleading with the city to give us what we need. As you see, it's not just bases, it's drivers. Drivers, this is causing a new business model where drivers are forced to pay apparent rent models. They have no choice but to rent vehicles. And these expenses are costly. The bases are here to continue to give the service to our communities. Our communities that for the most part continue to be transportation deserts. Our community needs us. They need our pricing. They can't afford an extravagant price. They're used to us, they call us, we take them where they need to go, we take them to hospitals, to the doctors, but we've been just going down and down, and unfortunately even the heavens are crying for us today. Because we need this desperately. We are in a state of emergency. We cannot continue this model. We are at a little under 6,000 vehicles from when we used to be little under 30,000. That's in 7 to 8 years, we've reduced 80%. And we continue to go down. We need to be able to add vehicles. We need to continue to grow. And if we can't grow, then we're going to go extinct. We thank you all for being here. We have this urgency, and again, we're here to ask for help. We're here for the administration to help us. This is a new administration. This is a new commissioner. We're here to plead for them. Very soon, they're going to release a new bi-yearly review of the cap, and we're looking forward to them to give us favorable odds in order to add some vehicles. This cap congestion was not caused by our liveries. For the most part, our industry works in the outer boroughs, above 96th Street, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. We did not cause congestion. However, we got wrapped into it. There was a blanket approach that got across, and they wanted to control the technology companies, and we just got wrapped into it. With the promise in 2018 that we would be able to add vehicles, that the TLC had the ability to add vehicles, and they have the ability to add vehicles. However, in 4 years, they have not exercised that ability, and we continue to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. Congestion was not a cause of our industry. For the most part, we service areas outside of the congestion zone, so we should not be a part of that process. However, at that moment, those mistakes were made, and that's why we're here. We're here because we believe that this was an injustice to our industry. That government isn't here just to monitor and fine us. That government in here is to help small minority businesses. That's what we are. We are minority-owned businesses, and we need the help of the government. That's why our whole cause here. That's why we're here today with you, and we thank you all for coming here. I'm going to have Sita Angel to speak now. Thank you so much. And I will now translate myself. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Brevemente en español. Estamos aquí pidiendo ayuda. Nosotros estamos como una industria de Livery, estamos desapareciendo. Hemos bajado el 80% de nuestros vehículos en los últimos 7 u 8 años. No podemos agregar más vehículos desde el 2018. Cuando se puso este cap de vehículos, se puso porque las compañías de tecnología habían crecido demasiado y la congestión en el centro, en el distrito central estaba demasiado. Pero nuestras industrias no son las que causaron esos problemas. Nosotros estamos en las partes afuera, más subiendo la 96 en Brooklyn, Manhattan, Los Heights, Harlem. Y nosotros estamos aquí no para protestar, sino para pedir ayuda. Estamos buscando ayuda del gobierno, de la ciudad, de la administración de Adams, el nuevo comisionado de TLC, David Doe. Estamos aquí para pedir ayuda porque necesitamos vehículos. Necesitamos que ayuden a los negocios pequeños. La mayoría aquí somos inmigrantes, las comunidades de nosotros servimos a esas comunidades porque también son comunidades inmigrantes que usan el efectivo, no tienen alternativa de tarjeta de crédito. Y entonces estamos aquí porque estamos desapareciendo. Hemos bajado el 80%. Es injusto lo que está pasando con nosotros. Se nos prometió que íbamos a poder agregar vehículos desde el 2018 y desde el 2018 no se ha agregado ningún vehículo. Ahora estamos pidiendo a esta nueva administración que arregle esas injusticias que hizo las otras administraciones. Por eso que estamos aquí hoy, con ustedes, todos están los choferes, las bases unidas, porque necesitamos esto. No podemos seguir existiendo si nosotros nos vamos a desaparecer en muy poco tiempo. Ya tenemos menos de 100,000 vehículos y necesitamos más vehículos. Muchas gracias.
¡La industria unida!
¡Jamás será vencida!
¡La industria unida!
¡Jamás será vencida!
¡La industria unida!
¡Jamás será vencida!
Mi nombre es José Altamirano, soy el presidente de la estación de base. My name is José Altamirano. I'm the president of the Livery Base Owners. Now we're going to have Sita Angel, our spokesman.
Good morning, everyone. Today is a great day for the Livery Base owners and the taxis that unite together, the Livery taxi and the FHP industry. Because since 2015, we've been impacted by 3 important issues that have contributed to the decline. In 2015, we had the app-based companies that came into the market. In 2018, we had a cap that was meant to stop the growth of these companies, but it was also put in place for a year to have a study as to how it was impacting the other segments of the industry. That study revealed every year that nothing has happened. The truth is that that is not what is currently happening in our communities. 2020, COVID hit. And from 30,000 vehicles in 2015, after local law 147, we haven't seen a study that revealed what the task force revealed. That 68% of the trips were originated to and from our boroughs. That we were not part of the congestion because the majority of our bases do the work in these communities that Jose Altamirano, our president, just outlined. What is happening? What is the impact? That is the question. In 2018, we had 437 small bases in our communities in the 5 boroughs. 2021, according to the TLC on December 31st, we only have 317 small businesses. We lost 120 bases that were forced to close. No drivers. We cannot service our passengers. We cannot service the non-emergency transportation work. In 2018, when the cap was instituted, the TLC reported that we had 10,515 liveries and 3,566 green vehicles that were on the road in the 5 boroughs. 2021, on December 31st, that same TLC reported that our 10,500 went down to 5,079 vehicles. And that the green cabs that were designed to pick up people in these communities when they hail, rightfully so, like they do in the Central Business District, we only have 1,632 of those vehicles. We lost, as of December 31st, 7,368 that we cannot replace. 40% of our calls are going unanswered. When someone from our communities call our bases, we are sorry to say that we don't have a vehicle to serve them. When these big contracts in the state and the city come in, we have no ways to service that contract. So those contracts, you know where they're gonna go. They're gonna go to the big companies because the small community-based owners, the small livery drivers and black car drivers of our city cannot be replaced. We have Danilo Jimenez here, who is a driver since the early 90s that lost his license and is being forced to rent because there is no way out. Today, we know that 68%, and I will emphasize on that, of our calls do not go below 96th Street. So we are calling on this administration to fix the things that are needed for our industry to be revitalized, for our drivers to be able to drive in their own vehicles, not to rent. Forced to rent is not the option. It's adding cost to the operation of the day-to-day. We are here today because we want to make sure that everyone understands the hurdles that we've been facing. Mi nombre es Ira Ángeles. Estoy aquí hoy porque la verdad es que ha existido 3 cosas en los últimos años que han afectado a nuestra industria. En el 2015 llegaron las compañías como Uber y Lyft. En el 2018 se puso un cap por un año para hacer una revisión y unos estudios que hasta la fecha no hemos visto que se hayan hecho de manera comprensiva con lo que realmente está pasando en nuestras comunidades y en nuestra industria. En el 2020 fuimos impactados por COVID. La ley 147 manda a un estudio exhaustivo de nuestra industria y cómo ha afectado de manera adversa. El Task Force, creado por Idanes Rodríguez del Comité de Transporte, terminó un estudio el cual dice que nuestras llamadas, del 68% de nuestras llamadas son originadas y se quedan en nuestras comunidades. Que nosotros no contribuimos directamente a la congestión que tanto se habla por ahí. Porque nosotros servimos a personas como nosotros. Que cuando llaman a nuestras bases, desafortunadamente el 40% de nuestras llamadas se van sin contestar. Que cuando alguien necesita un taxi de emergencia no lo puede obtener. Por eso estamos aquí hoy. Y también estamos aquí hoy porque en el 2018 reportamos que teníamos 10.515 carros Livery y 3.566 carros verdes, donde las personas de nuestra comunidad tenían la opción de levantar la mano, como se hace en el Distrito Central, pero esos carros, en el 2021, reportados por la TLC, son 5.079 de los nuestros y 1.600 carros verdes en todos los 5 condados. Desde diciembre 31 se reportó que hemos perdido 7.368 carros que no podemos reemplazar. Y ese es el problema. José Altamirano dijo claramente, muchos de nuestros choferes se han retirado, pero muchos han muerto. Muchos han dejado este trabajo por enfermedad y nosotros no tenemos manera de incentivar a nuestros choferes que no tengan que alquilarse. El costo de hacer negocio en esta industria no es efectivo con el costo de la gasolina si también tenemos que pagar una renta semanal. Se hace importante reconocer que el trabajo que un chofer hace para llevar comida a su casa tiene que venir de la mano de él ser dueño propio de su empresa, y por eso estamos aquí. Nosotros queremos que se reconozca ese trabajo. Reitero la posición del Livery Base Owners y de nuestros taxistas. No estamos peleando la administración, estamos pidiendo ayuda. Estamos pidiendo que la realidad que estamos pidiendo sea reconocida en este nuevo estudio que se dará a conocer en una semana a través de la Comisión de Taxis y Limusinas y el comisionado David King.
¡La industria unida!
¡Jamás será vencida!
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 Thank you, Cid Ángeles. Muchas gracias, Cid Ángeles. Now we're going to have Robertico Rodriguez with us. He's a driver. Robertico Rodriguez es un chofer de nuestra base.
Danilo, venga acá, venga. Buenos días a todos y todas. Ya mis compañeros que estaban antes que yo ya le han dado más o menos una pincelada de qué es lo que queremos. Queremos más placas. ¿Por qué? Porque estamos perdiendo dinero, estamos perdiendo el sustento de nuestras familias. Nosotros, como lo decía ahorita doña Cira Ángeles, hemos perdido 7.000 placas de la TLC, que es imposible nosotros transportar nuestros niños a la escuela, transportar a las personas que van a su trabajo, transportar las personas que tienen servicio de no emergencia, o sea, a los apoyos médicos. Y es necesario realmente que las autoridades se hagan eco de esta, no una protesta, sino un pedimento de ayuda, porque nuestra industria sucumbe. No, nuestra industria sucumbe. Nosotros tenemos solamente 5.079 placas en nuestras comunidades, y yo pienso que tanto el alcalde como el nuevo incumbente, el nuevo comisionado de la TLC, David O, necesita venir en nuestro auxilio. No es un favor que le estamos pidiendo. Nuestra industria es la única industria que quiere siempre exigir a las autoridades que nos dejen trabajar. Nosotros queremos trabajar de la vía legal, nosotros queremos hacer algo diferente. Nuestros niños necesitan de nuestro soporte, y de no tomar medidas, entonces nuestra industria desaparecerá. Muy buenos días, muchas gracias.
What my people are saying is that you've heard from us the loss of vehicles. The loss of vehicles that give transportation to these communities that for the most part are transportation deserts. He's asking for help. What we're here is, again, we repeat that we are not here to protest. We are here asking for help from the new Adams administration, from the new TLC Commissioner David Doe. We need more plates. Drivers need more plates. We have had losses of drivers retiring. We need to be able to replace those drivers. He has family members that need to work, that are paying obscene rental agreements that have been created due to this cap from 2018, and we need to continue feeding his family, providing for his community, and we're just looking for help. Thank you.
We need more place for the driving.
Necesitamos
play.
necesitamos más. Necesitamos más play.
We need more place. 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 We need more place.
To give a review again, we're here asking for help, pleading for it. You're looking at minority, women-owned businesses that are here, mostly immigrants that came to this country for the American dream, and we've accomplished it. We've opened a business, and now this business is being impacted by laws and regulations placed on us. We are out of our control, and that's what we're looking for help. We did not cause congestion. We were not a factor in congestion. However, we had a blanket approach. The city at the time, to avoid fighting with the TNCs and to avoid lawsuits, they decided that the easier way was to just do a blanket approach. But the easiest way affected our businesses. The easy way has caused us to go down 80% in 8 years. And the city has said 40% in the last 3 years. And this decline is going to continue and continue as long as we are unable to grow. Our livery industry has grown organically. You can look at the numbers. We grew up to a little under 30,000. Never explosively. Over 30, 40 years, we grew 5% a year. Very organically. We're not here to make money for stockholders. We're here to service our communities, to help our drivers, to feed our families. That's what we're here for. We're an integral part of our communities. It's not just the base, it's the tire shops, the food, the everything. It's an organic, because our drivers live in our communities. I'm a member of Community Ward 11. At one point there was a complaint that my drivers were parking in the street. I took their registrations and he lives there. Oh, they live there? Yeah, they live. They work and they live in this community. That's what we do. So we're looking for help. We're pleading, and we're hoping that something comes out. They're going to do a review very soon. It's in about a week or two. We're looking favorably, and I know this administration is not the cause of it. That's why we're not here to protest. We're here for help. We're looking for this administration to fix the injustices of past administrations. When they didn't want to confront certain individuals, and instead they thought it was easier to just loop us around. So we look forward to having you help us. We look forward for the city to give us the support that we desperately need. Thank you so much.
Any question?
Okay.
If the cap is lifted, is there an ideal number of vehicles that you're looking to add to help your industry?
We were hoping that it would be incremental. I don't think they would lift the cap automatically. We were asking for we gave a lot of different options. We gave dedicated livery. We said add 5,000 vehicles, see how that goes. Add 2,500 vehicles, see how that goes. But the instant is that, our livery sector, traditional black cars work a very different way than a high volume base does. High volume base is a technology company, so we're asking for a very particular, to make sure that these vehicles actually go to where we're hoping they go, to us, to our industry, our sector of the industry. What we do for hire vehicles, that's everyone. Our sector is the livery sector. We're community-based basis. That's what we're on. So we're hoping that we're able to add to our community-based sector. We also have non-emergency transportation that we do for the state, Department of Health. We take people to dialysis. We take people everywhere they need to go for everything. However, we've been forced with a serious problem of constantly not having vehicles to supply. And these are people from our own sector, from our own communities that need this transportation. How do I tell someone with dialysis I can't take them? So we have to scramble, and this is and I forgot to translate. Voy a hacer un resumen. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Los Nosotros aquí somos bases de inmigrantes, bases pequeñas, de minoridades, de mujeres. Somos negocios que han crecido orgánicamente durante 30, 40 años. Nosotros no causamos congestión. Nosotros en 40, 50 años que las bases existen, subíamos el 5% anual, bien orgánicamente. Nunca fuimos exclusivos en cómo crecimos. Necesitamos que la ciudad, la nueva administración, arregle estos errores que fueron puestos por las administraciones previas. No estamos aquí protestando de nuevo, estamos aquí para pedir ayuda. En una semana o dos la TLC va de nuevo a dejar que si se va a agregar más vehículos. En los últimos 4 años no se ha dejado agregar ni un vehículo. Estamos buscando algo favorable para que nuestras bases, nuestros choferes puedan agregar más vehículos. Hay choferes que se han retirado, que han fallecido de COVID, que han pasado tremendas cosas, que ya no están trabajando y tenemos que poder reemplazar. Si no podemos reemplazar esos choferes que se van, nuestras bases dejan de existir. Porque nuestras bases y los choferes somos unidos. Uno no existe sin el otro. Eso siempre se ha dicho. Entonces estamos buscando para la ayuda de la administración. Muchas gracias.
I must say that the CAP calls for study.
Can you step to the mics, please?
The CAP calls for study. We've always said that we don't have any issues adjusting to a real study that identifies what's really happening in our sector. If you take one base, for instance, his base, he used to have 400 vehicles. Today, you may have 170. So if you look at the need versus the demand and the amount of calls that they have and the inability to answer to those calls, that's exactly what I want the city to look at these small businesses and how much they lost. To look at the drivers, all drivers, that use this as their professional career that have been replaced for part-timers. We are looking for these guys to come back and do this work and provide for their families. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want nothing that does not reveal, as the task force pointed out, what is the real need of our community. We're not looking for a specific number. We're looking for a study that reflects the reality that we're living in our communities.
Le estoy dando un plazo en este pedido y si no ven ningún cambio, ¿cuál es su próximo paso? ¿Qué piensan hacer?
Realmente la ciudad hemos dado todos los pasos necesarios de conversación, pero al mismo tiempo entendemos de que esto fue una ley que pasó en la pasada administración y nosotros estamos llevando la realidad de lo que estamos viviendo a esta administración. También estamos tratando de que los estudios necesarios y lo que se hizo con el task force que fue put in place sea ejecutado y que se haga un examen, un estudio exhaustivo, no generalizado, como ha dicho nuestro presidente, de todas las bases en conjunto, incluyendo las aplicaciones tecnológicas que no reflejan lo que está pasando en la comunidad for hire. ¿Quiénes somos los vehículos for hire? Los conventional black cars, los car service y las limusinas. Básicamente esta ha sido la zona que ha sido más afectada por este CAP, donde se han perdido la mayoría de los vehículos.
La industria unida
Jamás será vencida.
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 We need more play. We need more play. Animal. We need more
Thank
play.
you very much. Thank you for being here, for delivering the message. Muchas gracias por estar aquí, por mandar nuestro mensaje. Lo agregamos mucho. We thank you so much. Thank you.